Hi, welcome to my channel. This is Violet Connie and this is my first video, so welcome. This is a Scrawlrbox unboxing and challenge, and it's the first time I've had Scrawlrbox, so I was very excited to get it. The artwork in it was just amazing. The details and the creatures were gorgeous. Annika Langberg is the artist's name, and I immediately went and followed her on Instagram. Just brilliant. So I was very excited to get this cute little package with the tissue paper and all the little bits, and it said woodland creatures, which I was very excited about when I seen that. Inside was all supplies I've never used before. So the Sakura Micron pen is a plastic nib pen. I've not had a plastic nib pen and I've never had a Micron, so that was exciting. And the jelly roll I have never used before either, so that was something that I was looking forward to using. And a little lolly. I don't remember what the lolly was, but it was very yummy. And also inside were alcohol markers, and I've not used alcohol markers before, so I was very excited to use them. There seemed to be not a lot of colors though, so I was a bit worried how I was going to go about doing woodland creatures with these colors. If you watch to the end of the video, you'll notice that my son actually participated in this challenge as well, and so at the end I'll show his work with my work, and you can see how we went on our challenge. I'm really proud of his effort. So I first started out by testing out all the supplies and just putting them down on paper and playing with them because they were all very new to me. The alcohol markers are something that are like no other supply that I've used before or any other marker I've used before. And being a person that does watercolor recently, I decided to do a color mixing chart to see if that would help. Couldn't really mix the colors very well, and I did try doing a bit of mixing or blending, and you'll see how I went in a minute, but my son did a very good job of mixing a brown color, and I was very proud of his work, so I'm keen to show it at the end. So I decided instead of doing woodland creatures, I did a little spin on it because I'm Australian. I did bushland creatures, and I sketched out a whole heap of kangaroos, which I should have added a picture of all my sketches, but I didn't do that, and so I'll do that next time. But I chose two of the sketches that I most liked, and then I traced it onto the paper, which is bleed proof marker paper. Now this paper was really hard to work with. It was really quite thin, but for tracing my sketches it worked brilliantly. So I did have a little bit of struggle with it, but it didn't actually bleed through onto the paper below, so that worked out really well. So you can see that I'm just putting in my line art here, and just kind of putting my design on the page, and trying to use different line weights with that the Micron pen. Unfortunately, the Micron pen did not bleed when I was testing it out on the test page, but when I went to do this artwork, it just kept on smudging on the alcohol markers. So I was struggling with that a bit. And not using alcohol markers before, I was also learning. So trying not to make it smudge and learning how to use them was a bit tricky. So first I blocked in the colors, and then I put in a darker color on the kangaroos to kind of left a little highlight around the edges, and then I go back and blend it later, but it kind of just all goes into one color. So I obviously need some more practice with blending alcohol markers, but it was a lot of fun to do. And this little kangaroo family is so cute, and I'm really pleased that I went with the bushland creatures for Australia. So you can see here now, this is what I was talking about with the blending. It kind of just all went into one color, and yeah, I was a bit disappointed with that. I was using the colorless blender on the ears with a little bit of the soft coral to just make a little color inside the ears, and then I used the green colors to color the rest. I would have liked to make a better distinction between the bush in the background and the green of the foreground. And in hindsight, I might have added a few more different colors to try and make them stand out differently from each other. But overall, the colors all match each other, and so it looks like it ties together well. It's just missing something, I think. So you can see I'm just blending and putting both the greens on top of each other. And then I actually get one of the coral colors and use it on the ground to try and just give it a different tone. But I think I went a little bit light on it, trying to not ruin it by adding too much. And I probably could have used just a little bit more. So as I said, I haven't really used alcohol markers before, but I've seen a lot of YouTubers using them. So I was kind of basing my use of them off what I've seen. And then I decided to do the background, and in hindsight I should have left this area blank. I think it would have looked better if it was left white. I decided to put like this streaky kind of background in to give it a bit of a different look, a bit of ambience to the picture, but I think it just ended up looking a little bit messy and a bit thrown in. So then I tried to blend it out with the colorless blender, but I was unsuccessful. So in the end, I just kind of gave up on that and just left it as was. And then I went over and highlighted with the jelly roll. Those jelly rolls are amazing. The white, it's like paint coming out of those things. It's very cool. I'll be using that a lot more. To finish up, I just went around and I scribbled in a border all the way around just to cement my image and bring it all together and kind of make it more cozy looking, which I think it helped the overall look of the picture. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with how my first Scrawlrbox challenge went, and it turned out really cute. A cute little kangaroo family and my woodland/bushland creatures. I would definitely be getting Scrawlrbox again. And this is my son's picture. He did such a good job in the shadow for the tree and the brown of the trunk. He did so well blending and mixing, and he did the life ninjas. And there's our side by side. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.